Hello and welcome to video number 5, and in this video we're going to talk about the human trigger. If you think about what else that motivates us to move forward, it's accountability. But you can't really have accountability if you don't have a platform or you don't have a WordPress plugin that allows you to achieve that goal. Now you could say, hey, why don't I create a Facebook group and have a course and a group and have them separate? You could do that as an option if you would like to do that. However, and this can be a debatable subject, the thing is, when you separate the two, you have the online courses and then you have the Facebook group, it's too many distractions. So in other words, they could go to Facebook, they could get distracted by things on Facebook like what their friends are doing and all of that. Now, having it on your site will actually help move people forward because they're on your online course, right? So that makes sense. Now, if you were to go with Teachable, then that is an option. Bear in mind that the comment section is not as dynamic, meaning it looks like this. You post a comment and then, of course, the instructor comments right below. So it's kind of a blog style commenting system, but it's not as engaging as it would be like Facebook. Now, what if you could create your own Facebook but integrate it into your actual site? Well, there are options to doing that if you choose to use WordPress, and that gives you more flexibility to do that. One plugin in specific is called BuddyPress, and BuddyPress allows you to do that, and it integrates with LearnDash WordPress plugin. And BuddyPress actually, you can install this if you want to. Many other plugins that design, the designs and everything like that go on top of BuddyPress. For example, one in specific is called BuddyBoss. BuddyBoss is a very, very dynamic and very, very feature-rich WordPress theme that is built on top of BuddyPress. What it allows you to do is it allows you to build online communities that integrate with LearnDash. So not only do you have a community going on, you also have courses going on as well. Now, in addition to that, you can also integrate gamification, which we will talk about later on. But these three items, LearnDash, BuddyBoss, and the gamification system, will allow you to take things at a much further level and convert a lot more people into potential back-end sales. Now, bear in mind that BuddyBoss does have a yearly fee. If you want to choose a different plugin, there's one called User, that's Y-O-U-Z-E-R, as shown here. And this is a similar site. It's a WordPress community. And if you scroll down, you'll get an idea that it's very, very similar. Now, the reason why I recommend LearnDash and BuddyPress is because there's a lot more integrations that go into all of those. Whereas if you go with a proprietary system, then that is not so popular, then you run the risk of having a system that cannot scale and cannot expand. So that is how to implement the human trigger, or the human element, which is a community and the accountability, into your online course. Hello and welcome back. This is video number 6, and this is going to be about course rewards. We all, as human beings, desire to earn rewards because it is, of course, chemically embedded into our brains, which is the dopamine. But what does that look like in an online course setting? And how do you implement that in your online course? And more importantly, what software or WordPress plugin should you use to achieve this? So when it comes to course rewards, basically what this is you are rewarding people, and this is up to you. You can either just reward them for completing the course, or you can also reward them for completing segments such as the lessons, the topics, or the videos, or even taking a quiz. So it would look something like this. So imagine these squares being parts of the course. So that could be video 1, this could be video 2, This could be video 3. And this could be video 4. So what you would want to do is you want to figure this out, and I highly recommend that you mind map it out and set up a mind map. But you want to figure out where the rewards will be given. Will it be given for every single video? So if that's the case, you're going to want to specify that and show that on the mind map as such. And maybe as they go through, we could have them earn a few points, maybe a few points here, and maybe a few points here, and maybe a very, very big point over here. Or if you think about it, a lot of times people will watch part of the videos and then they'll quit. So what you could do is right around the area that you think, or that you've discussed this with your students, right around that area that there's a drop off, you can put more points there. Now, if you're using a learning management system, it should automatically tell you how many people are actually completing the course. So if it's like 50% are completing 50% of the video, then put it here, right? So that's what you're going to want to do, is figure out where you want the rewards to trigger. Once you have that in mind, then and only then can you really move forward and start to implement the whole process. Now, there are several different rewards that you can give. You can give badges, which basically says, hey, I completed this course, or you can give them rewards or points that they can use to get something that they want. Okay, so if we go back to LearnDash here, learndash.com, one of the unique features that they have is the course points. So you can award points for completing courses and unlock new ones. In addition to that, you also have certificates and badges. So these would actually relate to the kind of the badges. It's not necessarily something that they get, but it's sort of like a boost of reputation. So as you can imagine, people join clubs, they join societies, and they ultimately want to move up in the ladder. So when they get badges or they get certificates, they feel like they're unique. So a little bit of competition in there is a good thing. Now, in terms of what you can use for badges, let's say, for example, you don't use LearnDash, you can use a WordPress plugin. This is actually a plugin. It's called Badge OS. And what it is, it's, as you can see, it's a powerful WordPress plugin that allows you to create achievements and badges to show that your users have completed a certain task. So you could start with just this and only this if you would like to, but you can take it one step further, and there's a suite of WordPress plugins in terms of the gamification factor, which is called gamipress.com. They have tons of WordPress plugins. Some are free, some are going to cost you a little bit of money, but for the most part, you can just take the gamification process to a whole new level. But my recommendation to you is to keep it simple. Use LearnDash, use these as the course rewards, badges, and more. And then, of course, we'll talk about engagement rewards in the next video.